morning, everyone. My name is Sunthorn Sirapaisan. I am currently the lead of the research group and acting head of the Research and Research Collaboration Group at the National Cybersecurity Agency, Thailand. Today, I would like to share some use cases and some case studies about AI security, how they can be beneficial to us, and then how can they create risk for us. So, for the first part, I would like to talk about deepfake, misinformation, disinformation, and AI risk case study. Before going into the details of the AI risk, I would like to show you some statistics, a survey conducted by the Global Risk Report 2025. In this report, the World Economic Forum has conducted a survey by inviting entities around the world to answer some questions about what are the risks that they think that are important, they are most concerned with. The survey has two parts. The first part is the 2 years ahead. What are the risks that are most concerned and most important in the next 2 years? And the second part, what are the risks that are the most important and most concerned in the next 10 years? The risks are categorized in several groups. For example, economic groups, environmental group, geopolitical group, societal group, and technological group. The first risk in the next 2 years is misinformation and disinformation. They are slightly different between them. The misinformation is the information that is incorrect, but not intentionally done by the sender. But for disinformation, the sender of the information intentionally create or make fake news or false information in order to deceive the receivers, and this can create negative impact on the society, especially where we live now. We consume a lot of information. Okay, and the next one is extreme weather events, state-based armed conflict, and societal polarization. And I would like to highlight the fifth risk, which is cyber espionage and warfare. As we can see that conflict nowadays are not only on a physical level, but we also face cyber threat as well. And it will create a lot of impact to national security. Let's look ahead to the next 10 years. Although many of the risks are shuffled and risks related to environmental, for example, extreme weather events, biodiversity loss, and ecosystem collapse are ranked the first, but the misinformation and disinformation still ranked the fifth. And the next one is the adverse outcomes of AI technologies. As we can see, this is one of the urgent matters that may cause us a lot of negative impact in the future. And let's get to the ninth one, is still the cyber espionage and warfare. From these statistics, we can see that the AI security is one of the most important topic that we have to concern. So now I would like to share some interesting case study from Thailand and also from around the world. A few years ago, when the electronic vehicle or EV car become popular and many people begin to use EV on the road, also in Thailand, there are some users that also drive their own EV on the road as well. And we know that in EV, there are a lot of security systems to help drivers be safe. For example, the automatic brake that can stop the car from the crashing into people or objects. This one particular case is quite interesting because uh, one driver has reported that when he drives his EV car on the road, uh, suddenly his car stop because of the in front of his car there are passenger car in Thai language we call รถสองแถว which is a car that the passenger can which is a small truck where passenger can take a seat in, and many times passengers stand on the back of the car. I have to say this is illegal, but in practice, many people still do that. And then when the EV car has detected people standing behind the car, it thought that these are people that are trying to cross the road, so it start the brake automatically, and then the driver become very surprised and shocked. But fortunately, this time there were no cars following the EV car, so no one was injured. This is this event is quite unique to Thailand, and I believe that the manufacturer of this EV car brand did not anticipate this, because in other countries there might not be the passenger car that allow the people to stand in the back of the car like in Thailand. So this one is a case that we have to understand how AI works, how AI is configured, and how can we use this AI in our local context. Otherwise, it may cause more harm than benefits. So for the next case, this is about misinformation created by AI. Apple has created their own AI system in their mobile phone, and this AI was designed to help users to see at a glance the notification of their phone, so the user don't have to read through everything that are on the notification area. But there were some errors that created by this AI because the AI has incorrectly summarized the news shown on the notification, and then the users believe that the summary given by the AI was correct, and then this creates the spread of misinformation. The BBC, which is one of the news provider on the Apple's mobile phone, has report this situation to Apple, but Apple takes some time before they can fix the errors created by the AI. Also, moving to the next case, this one is quite concerning as well. This case is about deepfake. In South Korea, there are a lot of deepfake explicit content crisis that cause a lot of trouble to women in South Korea, because these women, they are victims. They did not participate or engage in any explicit content, but their photo were taken by malicious actors, and these malicious actors use their photo to create deepfake adult content, and then they use this content to threaten these women to pay some money or to cause mental negative impact. And another case study about deepfake, this one is quite famous because in this case, one financial worker in a firm pays out 25 million US dollar after a video call with a deepfake chief financial officers. In this case, it's a little bit different from other scam or fraud, that when these scammer or fraudster call a victim, and then the victim immediately believed that the story told by the attackers was real. But in this case, the financial worker was cautious when they first saw an email about the the need to pay out 25 million US dollar. They did not immediately believe the story and set up a meeting call. But in a meeting call, it's online meeting call. Only the victim, the financial workers, is a real employee of that firm, but the others executives in the call, they all were malicious actors colluding with each other and using deepfake technology to trick the financial worker to believe that they were really their bosses. And then the financial worker thought that these participants were really their boss, and the matters was really urgent. So the financial worker pays out the 25 million US dollar to the malicious actor and got scammed. Okay, so I believe that many of us think that we are quite good at differentiate between the real pictures created by human or a real picture taken from a human, and then we know that what are the pictures or photos that are created by AI. In this, I would like to show you some a little test by TDO. There was a series of tests. Let's see whether you can spot which photo is real, taken from a real human, and which photo is AI generated. Okay, so the first pair, let's see these two gentlemen, A and B. Which one you think that is a real one? Okay, so the answer is picture B. Although at a first glance, picture A looks like a genuine person, but if you look closely at the background, you will see some inconsistency in the back between like plants and the sky, and there is even some another people floating unnaturally in the background. But on the other hand, for the picture B, although the background looks a little bit blurred, but is normal and is common features of the camera that can take the portrait picture and then they can blur the background. Okay, someone might say that okay, they are not good at differentiate between the man, the female, the male. The male looks the same to them. So let's have a look at these two ladies, picture A and picture B. Which one you think that is real and which? Okay, the answer is picture B. Again, picture A looks looks very similar to a real person, but if you look at her earrings, both on the left side and on the right side, they are different. In the real world, I have never met a girl who wear different earrings on the left side and the right side. Usually they wear them in a pair. And on picture B, although this lady may do some makeup and they may even do some she may do even some plastic surgery, or she may also use AI to help beautify her photo, but still the base, the photo was taken by the real lady. Okay, so some still say that some might say that they are not good at differentiate between people's faces, but they are very good at differentiate between the cat's faces. So let's have a look at these cats and let's guess which of these cats is real. So the answer is all of these cats are fake. They are not real. There were no these cats do not exist in the real world. We can see that it's very difficult nowadays to differentiate between the pictures generated by AI and the pictures that are real, taken from real person, animal, or object. These AI nowadays, the AI are very good, and we have to be very cautious before we believe what we see, the pictures, or what we hear from the phone.